Welcome, everybody, to the EWURC. This is game number, let's see, how many games is this on the day now? 5?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, game 5 on the day. I'm Keegan Clark here with my broadcast partner. This time it's Robbie Arbor, my fellow teammate. I am buzzing for this.
Oh, buzzing. That's
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna use buzzing
Yeah,
terminology.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
Very, very hyped up for this. This will be a great game, I think.
It'll be a great game, but it's just funnier because, Gary's letting us have the reins right now. Gary's letting us have at it. So
Yeah.
we better keep it good. Gotta do good for Gary so when he gets back, he's not like, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. How do you follow that up? Exactly.
Yeah, how do you follow that up, So
No, we are very excited to bring you this game. It's going to be a fantastic watch. I think we're having a great time. It should be pretty physical from what I hear.
yeah, Spokane loves to play. This Spokane team specifically loves to play physical, and that is one of those things that you can't ask. As a coach, I love a physical team. I'm a big physical. I mean, if you watch me play, I love physicality. So this will be fun, but I don't know if it borders on the too physical at times. So we'll see how chippy it gets. Usually, what I've noticed with these games, especially with the 16U team, it gets very chippy. It gets very almost over the line at times, but they're good kids. So who knows? You never know what happens. It's youth hockey, man. Bounces everywhere. So
and for Tacoma, basically, they're out of the tournament, and so they go 0-2 in the first 2 games. So they come in with a nothing to lose type of situation. Maybe you want to play a little bit of spoiler to an extent against 16U team for Spokane, and kind of bring down the morale right before the championship game tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, and I mean Gary and I were talking about clinching scenarios for Tacoma. I believe it's if they win this game and some other things, amongst other things, they will. They could possibly play tomorrow, but who knows? I don't think they're completely out. Is that what it is? Or
yeah, they're 0-2 on the season, the weekend, and then with the Snow King and Seattle game, they're both 1-1, which essentially knocks out them no matter what. So it's just a fortunate situation, but they want to come out here, play hard for their last game of the year, and really, like I said, try to knock down the morale of Spokane.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's always fun to play spoiler. Mm-hmm. If you ever played, hockey like that, it's fun. It's fun to just be those guys who you spoil it for the big team. I mean, I don't know about you. I know in Bellingham, didn't you guys beat? Was it Rogue Valley so that Seattle could clinch over Rogue?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's one of those situations where you're like, I would rather have that. So maybe maybe Tacoma spoils it so that whoever Spokane plays tomorrow has to be the home team.
Yeah.
With different changes and whatnot.
It definitely does. Dressing out a different locker room, being on a different bench. It's a lot different.
It's mental. It's a mental game. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing that I was talking about last broadcast was it's a little bit of a mental game out here. It doesn't matter. It's mental warfare at times. So let's see. This should be a very fun one.
In net for the Chiefs, looks like it will be Fontaine. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at Snow King roster. My bad. Fields will be in net for Spokane. He closed out the last game. And in net, once again, is Mettler for Tacoma.
And, the last game that Spokane played, they almost had a goalie fight. Mm-hmm. Fields almost came out and had it. I mean, the Snow King guy was
Power.
Goalie was already there. Power was already out, but I don't blame him. So here we go. Keegan on call here.
Puck is dropped and back the other way come Tacoma. Fields just gonna say, all right, take a break real quick. I'm not ready.
You're literally 6 seconds in.
Yeah, 6 seconds in.
Give me a second, guys.
Saying, wait a minute. Bad start. Guys are falling. Carl taking the draw versus Fassbender.
And Fassbender's sick. Almost does a little deep there.
Taken forward.
Man.
Here comes Payette. Brown dumps it in. Fassbender to chase. He's met there. By Tacoma player. Battle behind the net.
Milo, look out.
Some pushing the 7 already, as we know. It will get physical.
Yeah.
The puck's moved out.
And from what I know,
Nicholson dips it in deep.
Payette and this back end of Payette and Passissi, they get very physical. And then this line coming out for Spokane is very, very physical. Johnson, I believe, Johnson, McClesley. I can't get that last. Oh, Westbrook. It's a very physical line, almost like a junior style line, is what I would like to say.
Johnson or the McLesley tried to feed it right back to Johnson.
Wow.
Got intercepted in front.
Wow. Here we are.
Gates slows down behind, goes behind the net. He'll skate up.
Big hack.
Some more wax. Tries to make a move at the blue line. Mixon takes a hit from Gates.
Nixon gives it back a little bit. Man, there's a lot of stick play here that they're letting fly.
Mixon picks it up. Rogers will dump in deep.
And something to mention here, there is a little bit more of a crowd than the other games, especially since Spokane's the home host here. And I think that might play a little bit of a factor in the guys playing hard.
Yeah, definitely. When you're playing around, more of your friends and family, it gets you hyped up. Here comes McLesley, all alone. He walks in, loses on the backhand, takes a hit from Whalen at the same time.
Wow.
Payette moves it over. Soft little chip off the boards by Siebert. McLesley content to dump it in deep, and here McKinnon goes to pick it up.
Wow. That's a long haul for Payette coming from the red all the way in as a defenseman especially.
And he takes a shot from right in front of the net, and great save by Mettler early.
Yeah, well, and that's huge. Tacoma needs some momentum to at least go back the other way, and I think, we can say spoiler all we want, but you know what? They probably have it in their heads that they're going to win this, and that's a great mentality to have, great mindset to go into a game here.
Exactly. Face off to the right of Mettler. One by Tacoma, McKinnon. He'll wrap it around to Valiente. Picked off by Kyle, excuse me.
Kyle's going to be one to watch. That is for sure.
Siebert to Payette. Over the Kyle. Lost it for a second, regains it. On the outside, tried to walk to the middle, poked away by Valiente, and sent across. The shot wide. McKinnon chipped by. Talamontes tried to get it out. Now Valiente got it. Coulbatier tried to get it now. In front, Kyle, all alone. Can't seem to get that shot on net that time on the rebound. Kyle back in front.
And Cooper Kyle's playing unreal right now, but nothing is flying through. And, 2-on-1 the other way.
Here comes Talamontes with Coulbatier. Shot save made by Fields. Cleared out.
Wow.
Siebert takes it up. Just misses Day.
And I'm noticing right now, especially with Tacoma, they are playing very conservative, like almost a 1-1-3.
Yeah, they know how much speed Spokane has, and they're trying just to clog up lanes. Matharu sends it across for Day. Day will dump it in.
Gagne been Milo going all the way behind the net, chasing for it.
Picked up by Spokane. Brown will take it out. Looking back in. Here comes Fossbender. Fossbender walks a man, gets to the middle, shot and scores.
Oh my goodness. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Evan Fossbender walks in all alone, puts it top right.
That's hard. That's hard to stop, especially if it's going over your shoulder there.
.12:58 remaining, and that's 1-0. 1-0.
1-0. Fossbender getting it on the board quick. And we're coming into this game. I wasn't expecting it to be that long for Spokane to score. I thought it would be a little bit quicker, but the fact that they got on the board with 4 minutes into the game isn't a terrible spot to be in.
Yeah, they've had a lot of quick starts to this tournament, and that is actually their slowest, to believe it or not.
Yeah. Actually, that's the only thing I can believe on that one so far is just that this was slow somehow. And it's an endurance race. These type of tournaments right here, especially with 4 games in one day, or not 4 games in one day, sorry, 2 or 3 in one day, is a endurance race.
Cole tried to pick it up, couldn't
Look at that.
Fossbender to Knowles.
Knowles is another player to watch here.
Leslie tried to find Knowles off the side of the net.
Wow.
And Whalen gets
And here
Knowles
we
up
go.
high, a little pushing and shoving. They're going to take
And
both.
Yeah. I saw it coming. Knowles is asking questions, but let's be honest here. It's smart. It's smart to get that tone set early, that standard set early by the reffing here. I
Yeah.
mean, me and you both refs.
Yeah.
Understandably, I would take those two as well.
Yeah, might as well take them both, set standard that, no, we're not going to let this happen. And if it does, well, you're both going then,
Yeah.
even if one got a little bit more than the other.
See ya. We'll even it out later. And we're going to keep playing even hockey here. And we love seeing some even hockey.
Face off to the right, a Meltier. Won by Rossels. Back for Peterson to the far side. Kept in on the far side. Behind the net, Spokane. Up to the point in Gates. Gates over his partner.
Oh.
More on the feet. Sieber couldn't control it.
And Sieber's an unreal player. I mean, Spokane.
And out in front is Mixon. All alone.
Big
Puck's
hit.
off.
Net's off.
And the net's off as well.
Did you see that hit? That was a beauty hit.
Yeah, it was a great hit there. Kept Mixon from getting his own rebound.
And Fields is already jawing with him. And let me tell you, I mean, this is the type of 18U or 16U hockey, excuse me. I expect that. Okay, you know, it's one of those, it's going to get chippy quick if the refs aren't on it, and they're doing great right now.
And it was a tough turnover by Sieber. Puck was in his feet, couldn't really control it, and Mixon almost took advantage.
Yep. And, you know, Tacoma's going to need to take advantage of those opportunities when they get them.
Yep.
So, that's a hack and a half.
Payet having trouble with that hack. Day. Matharu.
You know, Tacoma's playing just as tough.
Shot and scores.
Again, over the shoulder. Was that
Rajan Matharu?
Wow.
His first of the game. He had 2 earlier today.
And Matharu is a great player as well. I mean, this Spokane roster is riddled with talent, up and down. There is no. It's hard to see a hole on this roster. If I'm being honest, there's no holes in this roster. I mean, and they all play they're all bought in. That's the best part. They're all bought into the systems at hand.
So 2-0 now, with 2 goals in just over a minute and 30. Matharu again looks to fire in front. Day was there, didn't get all of it.
And that barely trickled outside there.
Talamentes battling with Pichi.
Pasisi. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pasisi.
Yep.
Day.
Little under.
Payet tried to chip it in, couldn't. And almost luckily he couldn't because it would have been offsides.
Yeah.
Pasisi. Over.
And they got space.
Day had space. Payet carries forward. Mello. Hounded by Payet. Kyle gets the turnover.
And a hook.
Some more stick work. Kyle maintains control. Takes it behind his net. Shot.
Big hit.
Save made. And that one's going to go directly out of play.
And you know what? They can change it this level, which is nice. But, man, that was a sequence. A hit, stick work, all of it. From here where Day almost has a, 2-on-1 coming back to him.
Yeah.
And just can't pick that puck up. I mean, man, that would have been interesting. And also, do you notice how every time they get past the blue, if Pyatt's close enough, he's hopping in there.
Yeah.
He is an active defenseman here.
Fossbender in for the draw for Spokane. Wins it for Brown. Brown cut off by Pearson. Thrown in front, nobody home. And up comes Tacoma. Nicholson chips it by Gates. But he's picked up by Sieber.
Nicholson played that well.
Fossbender up top.
And it's a 3-on-2 the other way.
But they hurry, but now they're offsides.
Oh.
Move at the blue line. Threw everybody offsides, had the weight, but Brown maintains control. Thrown in front. Fossbender sent it right over the net and out.
Same spot he scored from last time. That's what he was looking for. not necessarily that exact shot, but looking on that far side, lots of opening over there. And from our perspective, we can see that opening that he's looking at as well.
Yeah. Fossbender will take the draw again against Carl.
And Fossbender's been great on draws this weekend so far, from what I've seen.
Brown. Fossbender to the gates. Over the Sieber. The shot goes off the pad and Meltier.
And, you know, Tacoma's playing very well, very hard. You know, it's not necessarily one-sided yet, but it's one little bit there, getting there. But they're playing tough.
Puck moves out. Fossbender comes around, tries to wrap. Meltier get to his far post in time. Sieber.
Great defensive play.
The Fossbender. He gets knocked off the puck, but keeps control. More stick work.
Oh,
that one's saved. And a little poke.
And
went up, didn't necessarily do anything back to him, but noticed that, you know, he didn't appreciate it.
Oh, I loved coaching Milo when he was playing on the carded team in Spo, and man, he's a great player, great player, great guy, and it's funny that you never really saw that from him until now. So
yeah, Westbeck throws it behind. Mello having to battle with McLesley. More stick work.
Wayland
Johnson shot save made by Meltier. He was trying to get up. The CC behind the net. Nixon tries to chip it out. Can't. Johnson sends it into the far corner. Mello. Picked up.
Oh, good hit from Nixon.
Good hit. Westbrook in alone. Shot, save, rebounds there.
Wow.
Meltier finds it, snags it, and the puck stays out.
That was a really odd rebound to give up there. But,
yeah.
Hey, made up for it, got the second goal, or got the second shot there. And you know what? 2-0 is only 7 minutes deep, or not 7, sorry, 9 minutes deep into the game. I mean, that's interesting. I was expecting a little bit different outcome here, but Tacoma's playing well.
They're playing very conservative, like you said, but it's working. They're keeping shots to the outside, but not letting traffic in front, and it's letting their goaltender see all these shots. Valiente chips in deep. Talamontes chasing.
And there's only been really two. I mean, the 2 goals that Tacoma has, it's one of those, man, you're not expecting that shot to be made or at least shot as a goalie. And does it happen again?
Westbrook thrown in front. Rebound comes out.
And, it's also a combination of some of these pucks are just bobbling just barely out of Spokane's reach. Barely. And not,
Now one will be iced down.
That's a smart clear. I can't, as a coach, looking at that as a coach, smart clear, and especially with the rule set that we have, very good clear from the defenseman there.
And you go back to the bouncing pucks. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yep.
And might as well, take advantage of those lucky bounces while you have them.
Yeah, and Tacoma's really taking advantage. I mean, hopefully something more on the offensive side here.
Peterson will just wrap it around. Seems to be a set play off that draw.
In this tournament, you're seeing a lot more set plays being made around here. So, or at least at the rink right now. And it's fun to see the creativity come out from these coaches and mainly from these players.
And that's going to be a penalty on Tacoma. There was a hold there. Kyle throws a hit on Carl and gives him an extra shove. Seems to point towards the scoreboard, and it's still a little early to do that, in my opinion.
2-0, 10 minutes into the game.
10 minutes in. It's a little early, but
I don't know if he was necessarily pointing at the scoreboard or if he pointed there.
I don't know. Hey, look more towards the scoreboard, but
I see what you're saying. I just
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
The doubt here.
It will be Kent sitting in the box for holding. Spokane will go to the power play. Day for the faceoff. They'll have Rossells against them. And due to the late change, Johnson will step in now. Won by Spokane. Day. Johnson. Moves up top. To Kyle. To Johnson in front.
Oh,
and
my.
A stick save by Meltzer. puck's still there, and it was squeezed
it's in.
right. It did go in,
Yeah, it went in.
and they'll score. Couldn't quite tell. Looks like Day will pick up the goal.
Day. Wow. Aiden Day.
And that seems to have been like an issue for Tacoma so far in this tournament is penalties. You know, they had a game against Snow King in the first game, and they gave up 5 power play goals in a game that they lost 7-4.
Yeah. You know, we always talk about how playoff hockey, oh, wow, that was quick. Playoff hockey, usually the whistles get put away, but you know, at this age, doesn't really seem so, especially when you're doing it so blatantly.
Talamantes. Looked over for Kobatier.
That's a good hit from Whalen, too.
Whalen on a great hit on, looks like that was Matharu. McKinnon will wrap it around. Kyle couldn't pick it up. Valiente by himself 1-on-3. He gets pushed off by Matharu. But turnover right in front.
Oh, just overskated it a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Oh.
Day doesn't know. Day all by himself now. Shot right over the net.
Whalen misses the step and actually ends up getting, I believe, Matharu on that.
Yeah, and Matharu punished him for it. Kobatier. Oh, no.
Whoa.
Big hit there. Now they're tied up.
Big hit, but they're tied together.
Yeah. Fossbender. He'll carry. He's by himself. He looks for that same side. He's going to try it, and he's going to shoot it right over the net
Just
this time.
Barely over the net, too.
Kept in over there by Knowles.
And Knowles is
chipped out.
Great player to be watching as well.
Rogers chases down. CC gets it, takes a hit for his troubles. That time by McKinnon.
Oh.
That one's kept in there. Rossels couldn't keep control. Rossels will send it deep. He'll take a hit from Knowles, and Pasisi will chase. Rogers after him.
Man, this Tacoma team has not given up at all. That was a great hit.
Fossbender takes a hit. There's a slash there. No call.
No call. Oh.
And now they get one.
I think it's
on who?
Tacoma, I believe.
It looks like it.
Retaliation. Oh, high stick. But you're... Wow.
Who we got it on?
Tacoma.
Was it?
I believe it's going to be 91 here. I believe.
It's going to be Mixon. And he was the one that got slashed on that one. And
he must have given up. I didn't get to see that last part. I got too caught up on the puck there. But
yeah,
it looked like he might have given him a high stick here.
Yeah, it gave him maybe a retaliation, a little whack, and it just kind of gave up.
Yeah. And, you know, Fossbender is going to probably win this one back here.
He does. Back for Knowles. Take his time. Sends it in deep this time. Fossbender just out of his reach, but he'll have plenty of time to chase it down. Although he is met by Gwinnett.
And now they're all getting caught up.
Fossbender now.
Oh, he's trying to direct traffic to Knowles.
Nobody wanted to pick up on it. Fossbender takes about 3 different deflections and goes wide.
Wobbling puck as well.
Yeah.
Do have to add. Almost a knuckle
Fossbender.
puck.
They'll carry behind. Matharu sends up for Knowles. He'll slide it back for Matharu. Walks in. Shot high, wide, out. Matharu takes it. They'll send it to Kyle, who kicks it in. Picked up by Westbrook.
I was going to say it worked out just perfect for Spokane here.
Rossell's back the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Now it's a 1-on-3 if they hurry. Rossell's over, just out of the reach. And back the other way comes Spokane now. They got a 2-on-1. It's a 1-on-0. Westbrook, shot, save made. Westbrook wanted a hook, doesn't get it.
And we might be getting... You got to be careful, especially with the reffing. You can't start chirping the refs just yet. You're not even out of the first yet. you're already on a power play, first of all.
Yeah, and then
And-
that's the last thing you need is take a 10-minute, maybe even a game misconduct,
Yeah.
especially right before the championship game. You have to be smart if you're Spokane.
And if you want to go to New York, you better be able to back it up and win. So,
They're going to Jersey, actually.
oh, Jersey, sorry.
Yeah.
I heard
Shot.
it was New York.
Save. Taub lost it.
She
Or was the net off?
no, she lost. She already called it off, waved it off, and everything.
Well, I saw she waited off. I couldn't tell. Like
Oh.
she lost it, or the net was off, or looks like she might have just lost it. Not much protesting for Spokane. You're up 3-0. You're not too worried about it.
No.
Maybe if in a closer game, you'd probably be a little bit more stink.
If it was like a few weeks back, yeah, no. I definitely don't need to make a stink here. Just be like, oh, just need to pick your brains really quick. At least have to ask the question, At least have to ask.
Day walks in to the middle, sends it out in front. Nobody's there. McLesley.
And Whalen's playing well on that defensive side.
Johnson tries that same shot again.
Man, they
And
love picking
it's
that
worked
corner.
multiple times now, and it hit the crossbar on that one.
That corner. They
Yeah.
just love it. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Highlight real goals, but man.
I mean, it's been there now a couple times, and they missed on 2 of them, but they scored on the other 2, so 50% ain't bad from that spot.
Nope. 50% shooting's pretty good in almost every sport you're thinking about.
Fossbender,
Oh,
look for the 1T.
And
That one's going to be dumped out. The penalty expires, and it'll still be icing.
It didn't even matter if you're on the kill or not. So now,
If you were Tacoma, what would you say to your team?
I'm gonna wait for the period to end. I'd wait for the period to end, but mainly just keep her going. We'll get a bounce here or there. Just keep getting just get the pucks out. Let's get it deep.
Go back to basics.
Yeah,
almost.
go back to basics. Yeah, get back to their side.
Fossbender sends it in front, stays out. Brown. Scissors with Payette. Brown keeps it. Still has control. Valiente will just send it right into his bench.
Actually, I'll give you an even better answer. Get the puck out first. Let's get the puck out first, get to their end, and let's see. Let's see where we go from there. We have systems in place for it, right? So let's get after it. And going forward is going to be the biggest part for Tacoma here.
Definitely.
And it's not like they're playing on their heels here. They're playing conservative the right way almost. It's just 2 really good goals and a really tough bounce.
Yeah.
What else could you expect here?
I honestly completely agree. I mean, they've been playing pretty well for a game that's down 3-0. And, they just need to, I think, be slightly more aggressive in some cases. Stuff like that where they don't, before they were kind of staying back, and as McKinnon's battling there. Sent out for Payette. Fossbender takes a shot, save made. He had the corner.
And Metler was way out. If you didn't see that, he had a bunch of room on that post.
I wonder if he had gotten tied up maybe with the Spokane player in the crease or his own player that was kind of standing there. It seemed like that's the way it was.
Yeah. It just I saw that space. So
you saw the same thing I did, yeah. Johnson in to take the draw for Spokane against Carl.
That Johnson line's amazing so far this tournament.
Kept in,
Oh,
poked away.
the other way.
And here comes Kent. Just doesn't have enough speed to get by Pasisi as Pasisi turns it around. Here comes Johnson. Good back check there by Nicholson.
And wow, that was a relatively well-played defensive stop.
They didn't let him get to the middle. Let the back checker take him. Carl tried to chip it out. Couldn't. McLesley takes a bump. Walk to the middle now. Johnson up for Pasisi. Takes a blocker shot. Melcher doesn't know where it went. Throws it in front of the net.
My
Rebounds
goodness.
there. Still loose. Still loose. Melcher just content to just stand there.
In the pocket.
And the puck squeaks out.
Wow. And Knowles with space is very lethal. Oh, and almost a very big finish check, might I add, from the Tacoma player.
In walks McLesley. Thrown in front. Save made. Puck's still there. And picked up by Tri-Cities. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Tacoma.
Tacoma. Too many T's. Hey, been a couple games.
Tacoma. This is only game 2 for me at least.
Yeah.
Game what?
Sieber.
7 on your day?
Ooh. Yeah, right. Gates tries to pinch off. Can't, as Nicholson got it by him. Kyle sends it to the far side. Almost too many men, and Mello does a good job avoiding it, and it will be icing.
You know, this is a good time to throw out a set play.
Yeah.
This is a great time for Tacoma to say, all right, let's try something. It's 3-0, 27 seconds left in this first period. Let's try something, and if it doesn't work out, fine. We still have enough time to at least maybe crawl here.
Rossells take the draw, can stay. One back, a little too clean almost, and here comes Matharu.
And don't you hate when that happens?
Oh, it's the worst.
Oh,
Smiley was great at it.
Yeah, Smiley was amazing at it. For those that don't know, Eastern hockey reference. That's Kyle. Oh, man, stick work is lethal out here today.
Yeah. Matharu, and that'll be the end of the period. So, good start for Spokane.
Yeah.
A slow start for Tacoma, but however they're playing conservative and staying in this game most of the way.
They're staying in this game. They're playing it right, and we can't really. I don't know if you can really complain as a Tacoma parent or even coach. I mean, that was a very well defensively played game, so far. So this period coming into it, I'm wondering what the coaching staff's thinking on the Tacoma side here.
I think you nailed it earlier. I think we just need to go back to basics. Get the puck out, keep the puck deep, go forecheck.
Yeah.
Put some pressure on the Spokane defenseman. No defenseman likes pressure.
No.
There's not a single defenseman in the world that you could say, yeah, I like pressure. Nobody likes pressure. So putting the puck deep and putting pressure on them will create those turnovers, and I think it will make it hard for Spokane to really get those clean outs, and I think it will make Tacoma's game a lot easier to play.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and then let's go to the other side. It's already 3-0. You're up 3-0 here. What are you thinking as? What are we thinking? Oh, excuse me. What are they thinking? What are the Spokane?
I think just step on the gas.
All gas,
3-0.
No
yeah, all gas, no brakes. You're on. Step on the throat almost like this next period,
yep.
as they would say.
Yeah.
Step on the gas pedal, keep it going, put another 3 in, make it 6-0, make this game completely out of reach.
Yeah.
So just keep your process going. The looks are working. Some unlucky bounces here and there. Maybe get some more puck luck. It's a different game.
Yep. You can't really complain either side here. Yeah, maybe nitpick the slow start here, but
yeah,
Tacoma's been playing relatively well. They've been playing up. Let's put it that way. From what we've seen so far in this tournament, they've been playing up for sure.
CC in his feet again. He's having trouble today with that look in particular.
Not only just that look. I think it's not just Sissy in this
2-on-1 with Fassbender. Walks to the middle. Save made.
But it's
my Meltler.
It definitely seems like a lot of the Spokane players are having a tough go. At least getting that puck back in. Here we go. The other way.
Oh, referee was in the way.
And they're still working through it, though.
Valiente. Shot. Save made.
Oh,
Valiente.
Wow. That was a
blind pass through the middle.
Yeah.
McKinnon. Over. Valiente. We'll chip it in. Pasisi. For Fassbender. They can get numbers if they hurry. Puck's out of the reach of McLesley, and Metler will come out to play it. And solid play by him.
It's a scary little.
That one will be offsides. There was no control by Tacoma, so deflection takes it out.
Yeah. And with the point of just Tacoma getting under control, I wonder how we're going to see them attack this goalie. I mean, I don't know how much Fields has really saw this tournament when it comes to most of these games.
Yeah, he didn't see a lot in the Snow King game, and he's not really the starter. Brinkley is the starter on the net, on the bench right now, and resting him for tomorrow as they see this game as more, get through it. But he hasn't been really tested, so I mean, a tough shot could beat him.
Well, and I mean, Brinkley starting. I mean, who do they play to, or who would they play tomorrow? Between Seattle Snow King?
Either Seattle or Snow King. And earlier today, they handled Snow King quite well, and it was a 1-goal game versus Seattle, and it'll be a tough one. And there's a great save by Mettler on Westbrook over the McLesley.
Oh,
he was hit there, but reversed it. That was Mello on the ice now. As Johnson walks the middle, Kent will take it out. Kent dumps it in deep, ridden off by Johnson.
And, you know, in our league, that play behind the net, you probably would have seen a hit come, and that's exactly what I was expecting from Tacoma here, because they play very similar to just a very tough, gritty game.
Mm-hmm. I think that's an organizational culture thing. Is that when we were playing, it was about a lot of the same thing. Tacoma, very physical team, same with Spokane, and right now the physicality's been middling at best.
It's not. I don't think they're overdoing it, mainly because Spokane knows they don't have to. I mean, they don't. I mean, you can have the gas on and you going, but you don't need to have that physicality like you did versus Seattle. Say, or even Seattle Junior. I mean, versus Snow King and Seattle. I mean, those games are a little bit more heated, I would say. When I was watching the Snow King game earlier, it definitely seemed a little bit more heated, a little bit more animosity. This game doesn't seem to have that. It seems a little bit more respectful at times.
I mean, we had a fight and almost had a goalie fight.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Knowles will dump it in deep. Day will pick it up behind the net in a battle with Gwinnett. He's got 2 on him. Russells will send it to Mixon. Mixon will try to get it out. Can't. Payette was there. Picked up by Russells. Russells makes a move. He's in. Takes a shot. Was down on the ice.
You know what?
But Fields to make the save.
Good. Hey, we're getting some pressure there. Tacoma's getting some pressure there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We're not the Tacoma coaches, but I'm just saying you're getting some pressure there from Tacoma's side, and that's something that I don't know if they've seen a lot of this year.
Yeah.
They've actually really got to see so much of that pressure that they can throw onto a team. So we'll see what happens here, especially in this ozone draw.
Kyle moves up for Day. Day. Just dodges the check is Matharu of McKinnon. McKinnon saw the head down, and Matharu picks it up over to Kyle. Oh. That was Day, and he scores. And a missed check by McKinnon allows Day on the 3-on-1 to bury it on the back door, making it 4-0. 13:37 left in the period.
Being a defenseman such as yourself, I mean, I think we both saw coming. You saw the trade.
Yeah.
Thank God, Matharu, or was it Matharu who dodged?
Matharu just got out of the way at the last second.
Matharu
I mean,
just got out of there.
Yeah, one of those ones that maybe on a different night doesn't go his way.
No. Yeah, that was. I could see it from miles out, and they're playing physical still, and that's all that. I mean, you cannot really ask for is gritty grind, wear them down hockey, but 4-0. Wow.
Shot wide by Sieber. Goes down. Whalen whacks it forward. Gates shoves off Kobuchier.
I think you're going to see some more animosity build here in a bit. If Spokane keeps it up and starts scoring a little bit more, I feel like we're going to see some more physicality come out.
Yeah, I think we're going to get some just pure frustration out of Tacoma. And as Sieber takes a shot.
Oh!
Got a wacky bounce. Just misses wide.
It went off a Tacoma player.
And Peterson will hold behind the net. He had the goal against Snow King. Held down.
And Peterson got out there for that one.
Sieber throws it. Glove down. Rebound came out, though. And Sieber will take it at center ice. Bouncing puck. Gives it over to his line mate, Gates. And Sieber will now take it in. Shot. Matharu had trouble tracking it, it seemed like, and Gates will keep it in. Behind the net is Gates. He takes a bump. Johnson walks to the middle. Down for Gates. Gates tried to feed the middle, and Peterson blocks it off.
And here we go. Tacoma.
Valiente couldn't keep control of it. McLesley in front, just wide by Johnson. And there's maybe a little bit of frustration as he finishes off of Valiente. Pocket center. McLesley gives the Westbrook. Westbrook in, scores.
Oh my goodness.
Braden Westbrook will pick up the 5th goal of the game for Spokane. 11:21 remaining.
And Tacoma, you're really starting to wonder, that was a goal that could have been saved?
Yeah.
It looked like it from my perspective here. I mean,
maybe having a tough time tracking the puck off that, seeing with this crowd size, and maybe there's something with the seats of throwing him off. Maybe he didn't just quite see it very well and just beat him.
Yeah, just straight up beat him.
Definitely one that Meltier will want back later.
Yeah.
Westbrook in on a 3-on-2 with the Harry. McLesley in front. Puck is gloved.
Oh.
And now a little bit of pushing here.
Here we go.
Now you really can see the frustration come out in a 5-0 game.
Yep.
But for Spokane, you can't fall into that trap there and really cost yourself tomorrow.
And you don't really need to
Yeah.
at this point. No, you don't really need to fall into it. I think you're really going to be hoping here. Like, Tacoma's really going to be hoping to get some offense here, for sure.
Exactly. Matharu is thrown in front and it goes in off of Day.
That's a hat trick for Day.
That will be number 3 for Day.
And it's 6.
Six nothing, 11:04 remaining.
So
we're not math students. Matharu will carry it in. Backdoor for Day again on his looking for his 4th of the game.
Oh my goodness.
That one's off the glove.
The defensive breakdowns for Tacoma are really not helping currently. At least their current situation.
Mello makes a move. Couldn't quite handle it. And Matharu will take it back the other way, 1-on-1. Matharu walks around defender, puts it backhand and scores. Matharu, his 2nd of the game. 7-0, 10:36 remaining. And
the floodgates are opening, I think.
Yeah, floodgates have definitely opened, and the frustration is building, and even in the goaltender, Meltier.
And Mettler, Mettler, there's no backup for him to switch, or for them to pull Mettler out of. But
I believe Hundley was hurt in the first game of the weekend, and I hadn't seen him since then. He was in the first game, and I haven't seen him since. And it's just a tough situation for a goalie like that, especially being 15, 16. Seeing that many goals go in is hard.
It definitely does not help the confidence.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this rolls for Tacoma here. I mean, hey, if you can get 1 or 2 on the board, break the shutout. That's all you can ask for right now.
Win your shift is basically
win your shift. Win your shift for sure.
That one's thrown in front, blocked by McKinnon. Peterson looks for help, can't find it. Payette. Sieber tries to dump it in, just on side was Brown. Fossbender circles. Sieber shot from the point, goes wide. Peterson held up against by Fossbender. Fossbender walks to the middle. McKinnon will flip it out. Sieber treats it like a outfielder almost, but Valiente pokes it forward, and Payette stops up behind the net. Ganyabin feeds it in front, and it's picked off. Talamontes giving a couple whacks with Payette. And Brown will carry forward. He'll shoot, blockered away that time.
And a hit.
Ooh.
That would have been
Played the puck instead. I think Payette thought the hit was coming, and so he braced a little, and the puck went away. McKinnon will just dump it in.
good play. Good play.
Glesley.
And you know what? They're starting to pour some pressure on here.
Johnson.
Yeah. So pressure is coming here from Tacoma.
Carl. Westbrook off the skate. It looks like McGlesley will get it. And it's 8-0. McGlesley's first of the game.
And, you know, that was tough bounce.
Yeah, and that's that is a tough bounce for Tacoma. He had it all squared up, and it was going well wide. And it just seems like, you know, now that lucky bounce is going Spokane's way. And that's by just them being in the right spots and being, you know, well positioned.
And you're hoping that they can clear the net a little bit better here in the next 8:30 left in the period.
Carl behind his net. Warthers threw it off to the ref twice now. She won't be happy about that.
Oh, good little stick lift there.
Johnson tries to stuff it, throws it in front though. And it's picked up by McGlesley. He takes a hard bump. Westbrook picks it up. It's chipped out. Back the other way.
Oh. Nothing.
That was Talamontes. I'm sorry, Nicholson. That got knocked down. And some more stick work happening. Shot. It's going to be a penalty on, looks like Tacoma.
And
they're going to get him finally on that stick work. And that was sent Tacoma to the box.
What? Do you, believe, who's that? I think it's Ross. Is it Ross's, I believe? Or don't know. I can't tell the number, but one of the Tacoma players putting a stick in his armpit and running around with it for a second.
Yeah.
To the bench.
One back. McGlesley. Over to Johnson. Back to McGlesley. Oh, shoot for the point. Takes a couple redirections. Stays out. Rogers. McKinnon will fire it around. And we'll get out. McGlesley will go chase. He's got Rossels on him. Kyle. Or the Rossels. Picks it up. Is Gates. Picked off by Rossels. Back the other way. He'll shoot it from the outside. Maybe a little bit of dribbler, but
He'll take it at this point.
yeah, it's shot on net. Maybe you trick the goaltender, you know, takes a funny hop.
Yeah. Bounce goes the other way. You never know.
Glesley. It finds Day. Day tries a backhand, doesn't go.
And McKinnon, you know, grinding there without a stick. Not an unusual play to see around here, but interesting to say the least.
And you can see the exhaustion really coming in. And now for both teams, the game has slowed down a considerable amount from the beginning.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And you know what? It could have played a little bit more into Tacoma's favor.
You know, had this pace start from the start, and that's going to be
that's a bad hit.
That's going to be a tough hit.
We're going to have a draw. Oh.
McKinnon takes exception.
And then we're going to have
a couple more shoves. And I think that's just frustration by Tacoma seeing their teammate get hit like that. You know, it's a tough thing to like take.
Not a good look there. For sure. Not a good look. Not a good it's hard to take that, especially when you're in the situation you're in there. And it's not. I mean, the hit looked gnarly from over here.
And it looks like it'll be a 2 and a 10. It'll be a board.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's the correct call in that scenario. It's nothing more than 2 and a 10, but he did dangerously go into the boards, and that's a USA hockey thing, and it's a point of emphasis, as they would say, and it was correct call.
It's a gnarly hit.
Yeah.
I can't that even in my opinion, even in ACHA, that's going to be a 2 and a 10.
Yeah.
The way that looks, that does not look good, and especially in this situation, 8-0, and you're going to take that hit.
Yeah. It's something that you just got to nip in the bud now. That way it doesn't get out of hand when it's, even later in the game in the third period.
Yeah. And the standard was set early.
Yes.
So, good call. We're going to go to 4-on-4 hockey, and what an interesting little face-off set.
Talamantes won it, but nobody was standing there.
Yeah.
And that one's going to be iced down. Maybe a little bit of forgot that it was 4-on-4, and Gwinnett was just, I'm just going to go take a change.
Might as well get the fresh legs out there, McKinnon's waving off.
McKinnon's waving off.
McKinnon wants the ice.
His partner.
He wants the ice, you can see.
He'll get off anyway. Now they're a man short. They're going to go 3 forwards on this setup, it looks like.
Which, interesting go. You don't really see that a whole lot. You usually see, well, unless it's a 4-on-3. But even then, that's a rare thing to see.
Tried to turn and fire, and Fassbender will pick it up on the far side. Shot tipped away. It's Peterson that recovers. Tacoma's going to be on the power play.
Tacoma's power play here.
And they're going to ice it.
New. And
5:35 remaining.
You just hope we can get something going for Tacoma here. At least if I'm the Tacoma's coaches here, just hoping to maybe get a soft chip out and 2-on-1 the other way. Get some odd man happening.
It just challenged, the defense of Spokane and the goaltender. Kyle, I'll be offsides this time. That's Tacoma.
And, Spokane isn't giving them an inch. You can just see it. Spokane is just choking out every little bit they have when it comes to the offensive side. So, definitely hard for Tacoma to have going here.
CC behind. Puck squirts out in front. Puck's loose there on the side.
And
Fields finds it and covers.
And Day gave a big shove to, I don't know who that was on the backside over there for Tacoma.
Rossels.
Yeah. Rossels just got buried by Dave there. But, yeah. Tough look. That's for sure. Tough. Hey, but they get some power play ozone time here. Let's see what they make of it.
Rossels thick draw versus Day. Day wins. CC can't clear. Peterson over the Carl. Shoots it high.
Carl almost gets her there.
Peterson. To the board side. Rogers.
And a solid play from Clemente.
It'll be Day 1-on-1 versus Peterson. Peterson pokes it away. Kyle picks it up. Kyle shoots it way high, and that will go out of play.
You keep noticing Spokane's going for the same spot.
Yeah.
Every time.
And they seem they found the weakness of being up high in that glove side and blocker side, right around the head.
Yeah, right. Literally perfect shoulder, right.
Yeah.
Just perfect shoulder.
And I think, that was a good setup by Tacoma. And that's something I've noticed throughout the tournament is that despite, some 5-on-5 play lacking, when they do get that play set up, on a power play, they do quite well.
And you begin to wonder what's going through the Tacoma team, just the mental side of things here. if it's the break the shutout or because it's not like they're quitting, but it's just
Johnson tried to feed Westbrook in front just wide.
and they're just not getting the bounces. It's a big combination of a lot.
That puck's going to go down. Knowles will pick it up. Moves it up ice. Here comes Knowles.
4-on-3 the other way. Oh, and a hack from Kyle.
And some more whacking as we're seeing, as this game goes on. It's interesting to see.
Again, it's interesting, but I think it's just a kind of a sign of the times. I mean,
Yeah.
It's kind of always been leading more that way, especially when we were growing. I mean, a lot more stick work was at play, and now, especially in this game, with all of them trying to not, really hit, just go at each other's throats. But I mean, man, they're not throwing the bod like I would expect. I mean, Spokane's been playing a very physical and intimidating game all weekend, but they are up 8-0, so it makes some sense, but still.
I think we're also noticing the stick work because mainly it's a lot of stick on stick and not a lot of legs or gloves in the way on that one.
And especially when you Knowles just took out Fields' stick from Fields' hands. But no, and I think it's just when it does go stick to hand or stick to leg, you notice it 10 times more because of that, especially. And McKinnon took a hit in the corner there.
Westbrook threw a heavy one real loud because of where it was. It was at the door side, so you're going to get some.
Oh, and an even bigger hit over there. Or louder one, excuse me.
Hello? Well, cross-check by
and
McKinnon and Payette's just not going to – he's going to call them both.
Taking them both.
You know what? That's a great way to control a game. Any type of response, they're just snipping it right in the bud.
And they already set the standard for that. So, the kids should know at this point to not go back and forth at each other, but still.
3:05 remaining in the period. 8-0 Spokane on the Tacoma Rockets. Once again, I'm Keegan Clark here with my teammate and broadcast partner for this game, Robbie Arver.
And, there's also a notable presence missing from the Spokane bench, their head coach, Thurston. He is sitting up watching.
They did get 12 penalties last game, so he was suspended for one game. So Stoking's going to be missing one, too, for the next one.
Wow. All right.
So Snowking's going to be missing their goalie and one of their players, and a top player in Singh.
In Singh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Must be the little brother of the goalie for the 18U. Maybe. Who knows?
It's kind of like one of those Sutters, but some of them aren't related. Sutter family in hockey.
Yeah,
you don't know which ones are related.
Yeah,
but
who's who? Yeah.
It looks like it was 2 and a 10s on both sides.
It looks like it's coincidental.
Yeah, coincidental 2 and a 10s. Something you don't quite see every once in a while.
Well, what makes it more interesting is they have
Tacoma is going to sit
McKinnon. Yeah, they have McKinnon up. So I wonder if
he got 2 2s.
Yeah, double twos. They have the double
2s and a 2 and a 10, maybe. So it will be a power play for Spokane anyhow. Knowles.
Oh.
Send it over to Westbrook, who whiffed on it for a second. Gets it back. Ganyabin.
Or maybe it's just a double twos. Yeah, it's just a double twos because they need someone to. Yeah. Interesting.
Westbrook. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And Spokane's just
on a broken stick by Fassbender.
Oh.
And that's gonna hurt because pretty sure he has 5 or 6 goals on the weekend with that stick, and obviously it was out.
The worst.
Out
of goals, needs to put a new one on.
Knowles.
And Knowles is gonna carry it. I mean,
very calm presence with the puck. Skates very well with it.
Very well and very confident.
Shot. Kyle.
And Mettler standing a little bit taller, getting a few saves on his belt. And
it still gets it. Russell's
with a hack.
Makes a move. Brings it to the front and scores.
Oh my goodness. What a play.
He done about 3 Spokane players and the referee.
Walked.
I mean,
Wow. And that livens
very
up.
impressive goal for
Livens up the game a little bit.
Russells. That was
Wow. The bench comes unglued for Tacoma. Unreal.
that was a great play. Not many times in an 8-1 game do possibly the goal of the game be the one goal for the other team.
Yeah, and we still have a whole period to go.
And we still have one other period. And there's not a whole lot that could top that one.
No.
Deked about 3 different players and the referee.
And the referee. Plus, it was like McDavid, just -1.
Yeah, honestly. 140 remaining in the period.
That was unreal.
Sieber to Kyle, and they're going to be offsides.
Barely offsides. And, you have to be calm if you're Russell's on that play. I mean, especially going through 3 guys. He gets the one here, the ref plus. So he gets the first one up at the red, ref. Then he's gone down. There's 2 other, give him the hacks,
around them, and then gets around the goalie.
There could have been a hook. There
Yeah.
could have been a slash, something called there. But, man, he finished it. That's almost all Swedish and Finnish together.
Yeah.
You never see that. Oh, and a whiff from Johnson.
Kyle moves it in front. Johnson.
And a big save from
Big
Mettler.
save, yeah.
Wow.
Great play set up by Day, Kyle, and Johnson. So I'm interested to see who comes out here.
I believe McKinnon's going to have to stick in there for another 2. I believe. I could be wrong.
So I wonder if he did get a 2. The Spokane player did get a 2 and a 10. Maybe mouthed off.
It could be, or it could also be since they both got 2 for the coincidental for the rough there, and then the extra for McKinnon for the cross check, because originally McKinnon was getting that cross check call.
Yeah.
So
Kyle sends one wide.
And Whalen, Johnson was stick lifting a little bit there.
Kent tries to make a move. Couldn't.
And Johnson leaves the puck and goes for the body.
Gates throws it in front. Day can't find it. And Whalen will pick it up. Colbatier. Sieber. Wax forward for Fossbender.
And
about 20 seconds left in the period. Whalen does a good job to
almost
clear the front.
Out.
Fossbender. Ooh, and
looking what happened there.
Well, it looks like they were tied up, and Westbrook's a little shaken up. It looks like. And so is Peters.
Yeah, they both look pretty shooken.
Yeah, Westbrook's bending over on the bench, and that will do it for the period. Couldn't quite tell what happened.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was a big collision. It just looked like it was a little thing there. So, what's our takes here?
I think you just have to, get through this game if you're Spokane. You're up 8-1. You got the championship game tomorrow morning. And if you're Tacoma, build off that goal. Like, it was a very, very momentum-building goal. Just try to get the next period, win the next period, then feel good about the end of your season and go on.
And you know what? It was within the last 2 minutes of the period. Mm-hmm. That helps a lot going into a screen.
Yes, it does.
So
we'll be back in about 12 minutes from the EW URC.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the AEW URC in Cheney, Washington. I'm King Clark with my broadcast partner and teammate, Robbie Arver. Robbie, why don't you break down the scoring for us so far?
So far we have McLesley with 1, Matharo with 2, Cooper Kyle with 1, Evan Fossbender with 1, and Aiden Day with 3. And
then Rossel's
Tacoma,
with maybe the goal of the night
Golden
for
Knight.
Tacoma is 8-1. Third period now versus Spokane. What do you want to do?
For Spokane, I would love. Well, mainly I would love if we just kept the gas going.
Yep. And we're off. Shot goes up in the air. Knocked away. Payette. Shot from the point. Gets gloved away that time. Pasisi tried to keep it in. Does. As Whalen initiates contact with Pasisi. But Pasisi's going to win on a nice little hack there by Whalen. He's going to sit in the box now.
For 2. He's going to think about it for 2.
Still no clarification on what the penalties called were at towards the end of that period. It looks like they did get 10s.
Interesting.
I wonder if it was more, maybe they said something to each other. I don't know, but
just
they'll sit anyways.
The game.
Yeah,
I think is what I'm looking at here.
I mean, you've been on the receiving side of that where it's a roughing, but you got the 10-minute on the outside just to nip it in the bud. And, hey, we're gonna give everybody 10s from now on.
So for the most part, like in Montana, when we were playing Montana,
Yes.
and Dom got ran. That one, they told me it was just game misconduct to make sure all the guys stayed clear. And there was only 7 minutes left of the game. They just kicked me out. So yeah.
Shot goes high. $16:27 remaining. 1:55 in the penalty. 8-1 Spokane. Day wins the faceoff. Matharu picks it up. Pearson tried to get it out, couldn't. So it's Gwen up. Tried to get it out. Kyle picks it up. We'll circle.
Spokane's power play has been great all night. I might have to add here. They did give up that one shorthanded goal, but other than that, it's been pretty solid. And I think at this point, Spokane is more going to be looking at just keeping this game at the same score almost, maybe a little bit more, Might pour it on a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You don't want to have, the last period end on a down note if you're Spokane. So icing by Tacoma. Of course, one of those USA Hockey rules, which is going away next year.
I heard. I've been hearing that a lot around the ref rooms.
Yes.
That we are going to go back to a usual PK that you see with higher level hockey.
Yeah, and it will be more consistent, so that way players aren't jumping into games like that and having to abide by a different set of rules again.
Fossbender had a really nice shot. It was almost exactly like his first goal.
Knowles will circle behind, flips it up in the air, looked for the Michigan almost. It seemed.
Carson Kendall or Logan Knowles?
Westbrook carries in, slides to the back door. It goes off the post, stays in.
I hope they give him heck for that one.
And
my
stayed out.
Wide open backside for Fossbender. Easiest goal probably of his career.
Yeah.
And he doesn't bury.
Well, maybe he broke his lucky stick.
I'm gonna have to go talk to him about that afterwards.
Yeah, maybe he needs to do a ritual or something.
Yeah, we might need to. Might need to talk to him about that one afterwards.
Gagne Ben.
It's battling out front there. And oh, nice little action out front.
Thorn in
And
front,
you know
just
what
off a skate.
I keep noticing that Spokane keeps going a little bit outside and then looks for the front of the net like that. They wheel out just a little bit outside, just enough to make them come to you, but also not.
Knowles fired. It had the short side, but his own player got in the way. That one's going to go well wide.
But they just go wide enough where Tacoma has to go play them, but not wide enough to where Tacoma can't. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah, they take their time and space and use it.
Mhm.
Knowles.
And there's a change coming from Westbrook here.
Yeah, you're in the opposite zone. Might as well take it.
Might as well.
That one's going to go down for an ice.
Take your breather, you know. And it looks like they might have done some personnel changes around on the Spokane bench. Not much, just one or two guys.
Well,
from forward to D, but that's about it.
It looks like it is a 10-minute misconduct that he's sitting in the box for, and I think that was.
Well, McKinnon just got out for his, so I'm wondering how that all works with the Spokane player here.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Who is that in the box? That Westbrook?
No, Westbrook has been playing. It's number 10.
Oh,
McLesley.
Yep, that's right, McLesley. I think that's mainly why McLesley normally on that line with who is he with again? With Fassbender and so now they need to change it up. And that one's gonna come out in front. Day
number 3 for Day.
Four. Number 4 for Aiden Day. 9-1.
Aces in the box. Thank you very much. McLesley.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yep.
So yeah, especially with that chain, normally playing with Fassbender and Westbrook, I have to change it up now to, coincide for that.
Yeah. And,
heavy collision.
Gates. And
Rossels took a shove.
Cross check almost.
Yeah. Almost just being there. Yeah. I took a ricochet shot almost like.
Ricochet, yeah. Stray.
Caught a stray. There you go. That's what we're looking for. He caught a stray and.
Caught a stray there.
Rossels will pick it up.
And we're going the other way.
Here comes Kyle. Poked away.
And you got
Peterson
to give credit where credit's due here. Tacoma hasn't given up. They're playing hard still. And it's great to see. Oh,
Matharu, he's going to get his hat trick.
Yeah, Matharu with the hattie.
10-1 now with 13 minutes remaining.
And, you begin to question, Tacoma's been, they've been buzzing around, but nothing really going hard. Nothing really going their way. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just, no. It's just like, I don't think you need to, worry about the score a little too much here. I think you just need to work on your shift. I mean, when your shift, feel good about the end of your season.
Yeah.
And
I believe that was 96 on Tacoma. Overskated
Fassbender,
a little bit.
Shot wide. Mello, he'll carry up. Tried to chip around Fassbender, couldn't. He'll dump it in. Takes a bump. Mello. Gunyabin. Behind the net. Rubs off Mello.
I keep noticing they like to go behind the net first initially and then look for a play out front. At least Spokane does.
Brown. Fassbender. Sends it in front. Stop there by Mettler. And with a stick, almost just dead stop on it. Face off to the right. Knocked down by Spokane. No hand pass. That one's going to go down for an ice. No, they're going to call a tip. They're going to say Payat tipped it.
And
Talamontes
sustained some pressure here. And you know what I'm noticing, I think, the most here is that Spokane playing out of that end is just great. They play well out of this side of the ice here. Both the games I've got to actually watch today, they've played out of this end, coming that way, going this way. Oh,
Westbrook looked one in front, rolled off his stick, thrown in front. Followed the bouncing puck as Talamantes looks to clear. Knowles just keeps it onside. McKinnon will give chase. McKinnon went to hit Knowles, and he gave a shove back. And that one's going to go down for an ice. 11:15 remaining, 10-1 Spokane.
And you know, Spokane's just thinking here, all right, guys, let's just get off this draw here and let's maybe score a goal or two. And really finish off the night.
Westbrook carries forward, throws it in net. Nobody's able to get a stick on it. Puck's thrown in front. And it seems like, Tacoma's just having a hard time keeping control of the puck.
Oh,
a big hit there. Rogers real feeling it. Because he's slow to get up.
Knowles
he's going to join the play.
Knowles wasn't really looking to finish it. They kind of slid up, but caught his head in between his thigh, or in between the hamstring and the boards.
Mixon up for Rogers. Rogers looks to take a shot. Can't get it through.
Got up pretty quickly. Oh.
Knowles throws a hit. Mixon shoves him off.
Absorbed that pretty well.
Russell's makes a move.
Almost does the same thing he did in the second here.
Yeah, it's not like Tacoma has these, just not that they're playing bad at all, and they have some very good players on the team. But right now, just the depth of Spokane has been so much better.
It's showing. It's showing how much depth Spo has. And now it's a 2-on-2.
Carl carries, makes a move, gets it, just goes to throw it in front of the net. Not a bad option.
No, never a bad option.
Throw the front of the net. Good things seem to happen.
Yeah. And Whalen plays that pretty well.
Carried in Seaward. Throwing in front. Knocked away. McLessie will now carry up. Kyle. Today. Shot scores. That's number 5. For Day. And have a day.
Hey,
have a night.
How are you?
Have a day. But
hey, Aiden. Have a day, Bubs.
He had a couple goals in the first game today for them and has 5 now on the day. Like 5 on a season. And sometimes you're like, man, I got 5 on a season, especially at our level.
Yeah.
But 5 in a day. Pretty good.
Pretty good. You gotta be very skilled to do that.
Yeah. Nicholson will carry. Takes a huge hit from Gates. Whalen just backhands it out. And it'll be a hand pass.
Hand pass. Carruthers coming out to call that.
Face off near the Spokane bench. Dumped in. There comes Day again. Takes a bump. Throws it in front. Can't find a stick. Let's dump that in by Gates. Day for Kyle. They're going to set up. Now Kyle walks in alone. Flips it right over the net on the backhand. Nobody pressure him. Matharu looking his 4th goal of the game.
And you don't see no one really, you don't really see that clean of a look, as we like to say.
Yeah, Kyle behind the net. Matharu.
And there's still no quit in Tacoma here.
Yeah, here comes
the Rockets are
Talientes.
battling.
Valiente. It's picked up by Day. Throws it forward for Matharu. Matharu gets it over the Gates. Gates to Kyle. Kyle circles around. Give it back to Kyle. He'll take a shot. Goes off the side of the net. Kyle back to the front of the net. This time intercepted. And Fassbender looked for another one.
Man, he is an electric talent.
Seems like every time, he's on the ice, in all the games that we've seen, he's doing something offensively, and he's a hell of a talent. As that one's going to go.
No,
Save.
Vettler got it.
Yeah.
That was a good save.
I judging by the reaction, I wasn't sure if it, maybe
Went in or
snuck
not.
over the glove.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of out-of-town scoreboard. Bruins beat the Penguins 3-2. Canadians currently up 3-2 in the third on the Sabres. Sharks down 3-2 to the Senators. Oilers up 2-1 on the Hurricanes. 1-1 Jets Flyers. 3-1 Kings losing to the Blues.
Yeah.
0-0 Devils in Utah.
Interesting. Kraken start up here in a second, too. Family at that game tonight, too. And Tacoma's going the other way. Here we go.
Rossels chips it in deep.
And, keep your eyes peeled for Rossels.
Yeah, he's got some good hands on him.
Great hands. Going to be a heck of a player
Peterson
here sometime soon.
backhands it.
And
Tesson Fields, little whack.
Little whack at the end there. Little bit of a whack. I guess we're testing the waters to see how we're reacting, but
some of the games that have gone final. Islanders win 7-4 over the Predators. The Lightning beat the Capitals 3-1. Panthers shut out the Flames 3-0, and they've just traded for Seth Jones, from what I've heard.
Yes, they did. Florida,
Yep.
Yeah, Florida just got Seth Jones.
And the Blue Jackets win in the Stadium Series 5-3 versus the Red Wings, despite being outshot 46-21.
Wow. NHL scores. Interesting to look at.
Back the other way.
And Whalen looked a step, and Johnson and Tacoma's been getting after it all night, if you haven't noticed. And Johnson looks to go get rough there, just a little bit.
Up top. Battled down below by Spokane. Payette gets it back up top.
Bang.
We'll feed across. Out of the box now is McLesley.
A lot of tic-tac-toe here. A lot of tic-tac-toe, if you can't see.
Wathers is going to just send it down, and that'll be the icing. We'll go to the WHL now and some scores here. We're going to stick with the U.S. division on this one. The Americans up 1-0 over the Wenatchee Wild. They're in the first period. 1-0 Spokane on the Seattle Thunderbirds. Everett just took the lead 1-0 over Vancouver, and Portland down 1-0 to Victoria. All in the first period.
Wow. And we knew that Seattle game that Seattle Spo game was going to be interesting tonight.
Yeah, we knew both those teams very physical. It's normal.
We got a little bit of equipment management here.
Yeah. Got told to buckle up. And now we get a new center.
Yeah, we knew that Spo Seattle game was going to be interesting. And is that Mello? Is that who that is?
Mello and McLesley kind of getting tied up. Continue the push back and forth.
Mello's looks like he's about ready to go take someone's head off.
And he plays with his heart on his shoulder and is not afraid of the physical stuff and kind of giving it back.
He looks like he's giving it. He doesn't need to take it a lot tonight. He's giving it around.
Johnson will walk to the middle to the Pack 8 logo and dump it in for McLesley. Leslie in front, scores.
Oh my gosh.
That's Westbrook.
First of the night.
He'll get one on the board. And now that is 6 different goal scorers for Spokane.
Man.
And I would have to think almost everybody's on the score sheet here tonight.
I think so. Mainly just been looking at who scores.
Yeah.
But after that, I think Ace McLesley has 2 or 3. It kind of reminds me of this season's EW Idaho game, just a little bit.
Yeah, I would say
bit,
so. Like just the pressure wasn't not is the same scenario where Idaho has some, pretty good players on the team, fast players, but, just the depth kind of got to them later.
Yeah.
Day will send it in now. Matharu. Gates.
And a good
Hit by
hit
Mello.
from Mello. Man, I'm telling you, Mello is noticeably physical throughout this whole game. It's been pretty steady.
Yeah, very strong player, it seems. I saw a shot by him against Snow King that went almost basically bar down from the point, and it was a hard slap shot. Stayed strong the entire way. And now if you're Spokane, you're just looking to get out of this game.
Yep.
If you score, you score. But get out of this game healthy. Get out of this game without the suspensions. Then you'll be good. There's a shot. Gets blocked in front.
And Mello is getting back just to help out with Mettler. Oh, man. Bash Brothers. How are you?
Shot far side, scores.
Oh, my. That's Day. Or no, sorry, Kyle.
Cooper Kyle. His second in the game.
Second of the game, yes.
There's now
same
three multi-goal games, and all of them on the same line.
Yeah. Except, no, Matharu. Sorry.
Yeah, they're on the same line.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. That line's having a night.
Yeah, very strong line, and they're a line that, it's hard to match. Like we were talking about with the depth.
Yeah.
It's hard to match lines when you have that much depth.
And there really is no line matching at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It really, you see it sometimes at higher levels where it's just, this team doesn't have, this team might not have that depth like that you're playing against, and you just know you can roll all four and not have a big deal, not have a big fuss about it. So, and a good solid play from McKinnon.
Valiente still pushing. Knowles slides it over. Getting thrown out in front. Trying to find a stick of either Fossbender or Ganyabin. He's pinched off there hard. Can't quite tell who that was for Tacoma that pinched him off. Looks like McKinnon.
Knowles just finishing his check.
Valiente looked to, finish him up at the blue line, and Knowles was ready for it.
And
Valiente using his speed.
And Knowles just barely beating him outside the puck.
Wells comes it in. Whalen sends it deep. Rossels makes a good move. Makes another good move. Makes a third good move and gets around the defenseman again. I think he uses his size to his advantage. He's able to be almost slippery and unavoidable and uses good speed.
Yeah. Well, and he's just yeah, you're right. He's a slippery little player too.
There's no other word really to describe it, besides just slippery. And he just kind of comes out of your control.
Silky.
Yeah, silky. There you go.
Silky would be another one. And there's definitely some highlights here for Tacoma, as much as it is a little bit of a blowout. Tacoma has some highlights here.
And then that's what you'll remember is the fact that, hey, look at that goal we just had.
Oh, yeah.
And that will be one.
Here we go.
That'll be a cross check on Johnson.
And Tacoma's go. Oh, and Mello gets it as well. So it's a,
Oh, and he has some words for Johnson. And I'm sure he'll continue those words.
Well,
and he does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are. But Johnson must have said something to just get under his skin here.
Yeah. But 136, they'll sit for the remainder of the game. And again, Spokane just has to remain calm. They can't get sucked into this play.
Yeah. And guess what? 136, just get out of the game.
Yeah.
Like we've been saying this whole time. 136, just get out of the game, you know?
It'll be 5-on-5.
Coincidentals.
Our next game here will be at 7 o'clock. Seattle Junior versus Snow King. That'll be a hell of a game.
It'll be a great game. It'll be talented up and down the rosters for sure.
Backdoor scores.
And
Fossbender does get his goal.
His second of the night.
Good weekends on the stat sheet for Spokane.
Yeah, I mean, most of the games they've played in, I believe, are, they've been relatively
Outside the first game, which was a 1-goal game, it was still 5 goals scored by Spokane. It was a 5-4 game, but
it's been point nights.
Yep,
it's been point days for sure.
Fossbender loses it. McKinnon, Rossels throws it in. Fossbender up to the front,
and Milo Gagnabin
throws it in front.
Oh.
Nobody home. Payette will just circle back.
And you begin to think that Spokane, coming into tomorrow's game, is going to be relatively prepared for what Seattle Juniors are going to bring, or whoever of that West Side matchup is going to bring.
Yeah, we got a West Side rivalry coming up. But those are always fun.
Oh, always. It's always fun having the West-East games, but
Carl's going to be offside.
Oh, barely. But it's also nice to have those West Side rivalry games where, you're 20 minutes down the road and you know all those kids because you played either against them or with them at times.
Or you go to school with them.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know these people. You've been, coming up with them your entire life, and makes those games a little special.
Because in the next weekend at school, or next week at school, you're like,
yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that hit I laid on you or something,
Yep.
Or you remember that goal? Yeah, that Michigan. Yeah. Smell ya. So, 30 seconds in the game.
Kyle off the post.
Kyle's still looking.
He was looking for his hat trick.
Yeah.
Wanted to join his brethren.
Line mate, Aiden Day. And I think Payette's also looking for a goal.
Payette's looking for one.
I mean, rushing the puck down everywhere, looking like McDavid. If he was 6'7".
Kyle's gonna take it. Day. And 3 seconds left. They're just gonna pin it up against the boards, and that'll do it for the game. Spokane comes up on top on this one, 14-1.
And we would like to thank both the teams for coming out tonight and playing.
Yeah, and I think, it's a tough one to swallow for Tacoma, but I think you have to look in the silver lining of the season and the game in hand.
Yep. Well, folks,
I've been Keegan Clark, my broadcast partner and teammate, Robbie Arver. We'll be back at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much.